Hi students, welcome to the organic chemistry lecture series. This is third lecture of the unit mechanism of organic chemistry, unit 1. Now if you have not learned the first two videos which we have created, then you have to learn that videos first and then listen this third lectures video. In this lecture we are going to study about these two concepts, nucleophilicity and basicity. Now these two concepts are a little bit new to you and little bit confusing because we seems that these are two same concept, but actually these are very different concept. So we have to study what is nucleophilicity and what is basicity in this lecture. Now before study about nucleophilicity, you know very well about this concept, that is nucleophile. What is nucleophile? Nucleophile is any chemical species having shared pair of electron or having negative charge. Okay, that is called as nucleophile. So any chemical species which is having lone pair of electrons to donate or which is having negative charge, that can be called as a nucleophile. So what we can say, nucleophile is negatively charged species or a species having electrons to donate, that is called as nucleophile. Now as you know, this is also applicable to the bases. According to the Lewis base definition, Lewis bases are the chemical species having lone pair of electron to donate. Okay, so what we can say? We can say that nucleophile and Lewis bases are same, or we can say that nucleophiles can be called as a Lewis bases. Nucleophile, all nucleophiles are Lewis bases. We can say like this: all nucleophiles are Lewis bases, but remember, all Lewis bases cannot act as a nucleophile. But contrary is true, nucleophiles are Lewis bases, but all Lewis bases necessarily do not act as a nucleophile. So this is the definition of nucleophile: any chemical species having shared pair of electron or negative charge, that is called as nucleophile. Now here are some examples. See this hydroxyl group OH minus, SH group, OR group, cyanide group, RCOO minus. These are all negatively charged nucleophiles. And this water H2O, ROH alcohol, NH3 ammonia, RNH2 amine. All these are neutral nucleophiles or having lone pair of electrons to donate. So these are the examples of nucleophile. So what is nucleophile? Just a negatively charged species or having unshared pair of electrons. So these nucleophile attacks on electrophile. Okay, electrophile means electron deficient species and nucleophile means electron rich species. Any chemical reaction or reaction in organic chemistry is just a reaction between nucleophile and electrophile. Most of the reactions are of this nature, electrophile and nucleophile. So this concept is very important. So understand what is nucleophile. Okay. Now what is nucleophilicity now? Nucleophilicity. Nucleophilicity is the measure of how fast a Lewis base forms a bond with substrate. Now understand this carefully. Now what is nucleophile? Nucleophile is negatively charged species or species having lone pair of electron to donate. Now this nucleophile attacks on some electrophile, right? In chemical reaction, nucleophile attacks on electrophile. Then what is nucleophilicity? Nucleophilicity is the strength of nucleophile. That means how fast a nucleophile attacks on electrophile. The measure of that is called as nucleophile. Okay, for example, consider these two nucleophiles, OH minus and SH minus, or consider H2O and OH minus. So if we consider OH and H2O, then this OH attacks on electrophile fast as compared to this H2O. So what we can say, that we can say that nucleophilicity of this OH is greater than this H2O. So we can compare the two nucleophiles. We can compare the relative strength of two nucleophiles by using this concept. Understand? So what is nucleophilicity? It is the measure of how fast a Lewis base forms a bond with substrate and displaces the leaving group. Okay, so it is relative term. Relative term means what? It is relative to other. Say for example, if nucleophilicity is equal to K of nucleophile upon K of methanol. Now here consider this methanol as a standard nucleophile. Okay, consider this methanol as a standard nucleophile. Standard nucleophile. And if we have to study the nucleophilicity of other nucleophile, say for example this other nucleophile in comparison to this methanol. So consider if another nucleophile is say water H2O. Okay, so if we compare the this nucleophilicity of water and with nucleophilicity of methanol, then we get this term as a relative. So this term is relative. This term is kinetic. Why it is kinetic? Because we are measuring how fast a nucleophile forms a bond with electrophile. So we are studying the rate. That's why it is the kinetic term. Kinetic term. So ultimately, what we can say, this term affect the rate of reaction. Nucleophilicity affect the rate of reaction. If the nucleophilicity of nucleophile is more, then ultimately rate of reaction will be more, and vice versa is the true. Now, higher the nucleophilicity, higher will be the rate of reaction. Higher will be the rate of reaction. Now, what we can say again, this OH minus, SH minus, these are negatively charged nucleophile, and these H2O, ROH are the electrons with nucleophiles with shared pair of electron. So if we compare these two, then ultimately anions are having higher nucleophilicity as compared to neutral molecules, or anionic nucleophiles are having higher nucleophilicity as compared to neutral nucleophiles. So this is all about nucleophilicity. I think you have understand this. So we will move on towards the another concept, that is basicity. Okay. Now see basicity. You know base is the any chemical species having lone pair of electron to donate. So that is according to the Lewis. So relative strength of bases is expressed in terms of basicity. So if we have to compare the two bases we have to compare, then we have to compare their basicity, and it is measured in terms of Kb or pKb. These are the terms Kb and pKb. So we have some equations to calculate these values Kb and pKb. Now consider the general base. Say for example this BOH is the general base, and if we consider the dissociation of this BOH, then we get two ions B plus and OH minus. So if we calculate the dissociation constant of this equation, then we know that it is the concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant. So Kb is equal to concentration of these products and concentration of the reactants. So from this equation we can calculate the Kb, that is dissociation constant, and the value of pKb is calculated as a minus log of Kb. So by using this equation, we can calculate the absolute value of basicity. Absolute value of basicity. If the value of pKb is small, then base is the strong. Remember this. If the pKb is small, then the base is strong, and vice versa. If the pKb value is more, then the base is weak. But if the Kb value is more, base is strong. If the Kb value is less, the base is weak, like this. So what is basicity? Basicity indicates the extent to which base accept proton. What base does? Base accept the proton from the acid. Okay, so this is the tendency of base. So how fast this tendency is, that is determined by this K, basicity, Kb or pKb. If the value of pKb is less, then we can say that base is strong. So it is thermodynamic term, and it affects the position of acid base equilibrium. It affects the position of acid base equilibrium, and basicity has the absolute value. We know that by using this equation we can calculate the absolute value of the basicity. So it has absolute value. So this is about the basicity. Now we'll move towards another uh, slide in which we have summarized the point of differences between nucleophilicity and basicity. Okay, now see the difference between nucleophilicity and basicity. This is important point. This is important difference. What we have seen in earlier slides about nucleophilicity and basicity, that is summarized in this differences point. So what is the first point of difference? What is nucleophilicity? It is the rate at which the nucleophile forms bond with substrate, and substrate here will be the electrophile, because nucleophile always attacks on electrophile. So how fast? Okay, how fast nucleophile forms bond with electrophile? That is called as nucleophilicity. Okay. Now what is basicity? Basicity is how fast base accept the proton from the acid. Okay, so these two are the different terms. Nucleophilicity is how fast nucleophile forms bond with electrophile, and basicity is how fast base accept the proton from the acid. So these two are the important point. And another point is that nucleophilicity is relative term. Relative means ratio. It is the ratio. We have seen the equation NP is equal to K of nucleophile upon K of methanol. So it is a relative term. It is calculated with reference to some standard. So that's why it is the relative term. But basicity is the absolute value term, because we can calculate the basicity in terms of Kb or pKb, and we know the equation of Kb. Kb is calculated by dissociation of product divided by dissociation of reactant, as we have seen in the earlier series. And this pKb is also calculated by using the formula pKb is equal to minus log of Kb, and if less is the value of pKb, then more stronger will be the basicity. So this is also the important differentiating point between nucleophilicity and basicity. Now the third important point is that nucleophilicity is kinetic term. Nucleophilicity is kinetic term. Okay, and basicity is thermodynamic term. So as nucleophilicity is kinetic term, it will affect the rate of reaction. It will affect the rate of reaction. And as the basicity is thermodynamic term, it will affect the position of acid base equilibrium. Okay, so these two, nucleophilicity and basicity, are very important and basic concepts in fundamental organic chemistry, and sometimes we get confused between these two, nucleophilicity and basicity, because we seems that both are same, but it is not the case. Both are very different. Okay, so understand these point of differences so that you will understand the difference between nucleophilicity and basicity. Okay, so in this lecture or in this video we have seen the two concepts, that is nucleophilicity and basicity. So I think you have understand these two concepts. Okay, so we will stop here today. Learn first two videos and then listen this video, so that in the another lecture or next lecture we will see the concept electrophilicity and acidity. So if you have not listened the earlier videos, then it will be difficult to understand the new concept in further videos. So please, students, learn the first video, second video, and this video, so that you will understand the concepts in further videos. Okay, so we'll stop here. Thank you. Have a nice day.